Hi, this is Joe Shahada from Top Tier Capital. The markets closed today largely flat, but there was a lot of action intraday. We had lots of upward and downward swings, and a couple of significant things have been happening in the past few days that we need to address here. We're kind of wondering if the rally is losing steam, and I'll make a case for that here in a little bit. But let's talk about the intraday analysis first. We have a 500 tick chart here of the NQ futures. And on the bottom is stochastics, and below that is RSI. These horizontal line are the pivot points, and you know I like the pivot points, so we threw those on there. Now you can see this is the open back here. You can see once we opened, we were kind of just in between those two lines, but when we had a little bit of a pop, we ran into that resistance 1 line, that's the blue line here, and we came down. When we started crushing down lower, we ran into this pivot point, and wouldn't you know it, we found support there. So let's kind of go and see what we were seeing at that moment. We hit this line, we kind of got a little bit overextended down here because we were already oversold, and then we got even more oversold here. When we have these 2 points of oversold activity back to back on RSI and stochastic, that usually means higher prices, and that's exactly what we got here. We kind of had a little bit of a pop there, and once we got marginally overbought on the stochastics, we headed lower. The pivot point was no longer in play, and this downturn happened really fast, only a matter of minutes here. And so look at that, we ran right into the support 1 line, and we got a little overextended here as well because it was such a strong downtrend. And you can see when the RSI got oversold down here, 2 times in a row, we had a little bit of a pop here, and that kind of lasted for the rest of the day. We kind of stuck around this support 1 line / went a little bit higher towards the end of the day. But for the most part, it was a pretty good trading day as far as action goes. Even though it just looks like we ended flat or sideways, there was a lot of action going sideways left and right here. And these last little bars are the after hours trading here, because the Nasdaq does trade for a few more minutes after the market closes. So let's move to Nasdaq Daily here. Now this is one of my cases here for the rally might be slowing down. We had a definitive breakout here of this sideways channel, and that was a few days ago, and now you can see that we've just moved sideways since we broke out. And usually when we break out, we think of higher prices moving forward. At least that's what we desire when we see that. But as you can tell from these candles here, we have long high wicks, and that usually means that we had buyers, but they all dissipated and got crushed by the sellers. And so there is much more supply than there is demand, and we have this sideways activity here. And so I can only assume that we are not going to move higher from here because we cannot find the buyers to bring this market higher. We can't find the support. So we have to worry now about going back either down into this channel again or kind of just either moseying sideways here. So I wouldn't expect higher prices in the Nasdaq anymore. This breakout is no longer valid. So now the big story here is the Dow. Now this is going to be kind of difficult to convey, but I'll try to do my best here. The Dow refuses to break out above 14,000 and stay there. We're very close to making all-time record highs here. And I think a lot of people want that to happen, but as you can see, every time we try, we just kind of get this failure. Every time we get up there, we have this just nasty congestion going on here for a couple of weeks now. We hit this high on the RSI down here, and ever since then, we've just gone sideways. We're in this larger uptrend here, and we were in a trend channel before, and we kind of broke sideways from that one. So now we kind of look at this as just its own little trend line, and we're still kind of there. And today you can see we made an attempt to break below that upward trend, and it didn't really work out. We ended up closing kind of at that trend. But we're now just 1 day away from being out of this channel or this trend completely. And if we have a big up day, then the rally is still on. If we have a big down day or even just a sideways day, then I would be worried about this rally moving forward, and we could possibly see even lower prices. At this point, it's still kind of too early to tell, even though we are kind of chopping around sideways here. But I tend to think that this rally is slowing down. We'll have to see what happens here, and I'll be right on that one for you moving forward here. I don't know where we can end up, but it looks like we could be seeing lower prices. So let's move to the ES. We have a little bit more of the same here. This one's actually seems to be chugging a little bit higher than the Dow. I'm looking for the Dow to be our early indicator for this rally to be over. If it can fail, then I think it's going to bring the rest of them down with it. So more of the same with the S&Ps here, just kind of still up there in this trend channel, using the trend channel as support along the way. Happened again today and yesterday, and many days along the way, we've been staying firm in this uptrend here. So nothing to worry about there. I mean, there are some things, but nothing really too noteworthy. So let's move to the Nasdaq Composite. Now this is different than Nasdaq 100. This is the Nasdaq Composite Index. Same thing here, just a quick little uptrend. I mean, it's not really a strong uptrend. It's kind of an uptrend is what I would call it. But that's just a little quick one to show you. And now we have the Russell here. The Russell 2000 breaks an all-time record again today. I mean, I don't know what's up with this thing. It's been defying all logic and just keeps going higher and higher and higher. And a lot of investors are wondering what is going on with the RSI here, or the Russell, including me. I don't know. I don't know when this one's going to run out of steam. It looks like it's still powerfully in an uptrend, but we have to remember that if one of these markets takes a tumble, be it the Nasdaq or more importantly the Dow, it could seriously weigh on the Russell here. The Russell tends to get hit much harder than the rest of the market indices do. Well, anyway, that's our analysis for today. I hope this helps you in your future trading for this week. You can find more information and more analysis at toptiercapital.com. Follow us on Twitter. We post updates throughout the trading days, so it may help you with your intraday trading. So thank you for watching. Happy trading and good luck out there.